everyone, and welcome back to the Oasis. In this episode, what we're going to be doing is building another small marketplace area, as well as a pen for some camels. So this will be a larger camel pen than the one we did earlier in the zoo, and probably still won't be the last one. I think I'll end up doing one more, most likely. I kind of like to think of this one as almost somebody's private herd of camels, someone who's kind of probably pretty wealthy, who breeds and sells them. That's kind of the look that I was going for in terms of the look of the pen, but it's just sort of putting a little story to it. But yeah, I like this marketplace a lot. I like the way it turned out. Very similar to the one that we did earlier, just tried a few different things, and used a few different building types, but it's very similar. I wanted to keep the same look, same basic look, same motif and everything. So you'll see I am using these poles, which I didn't use at all in the first part of the zoo because I didn't have the download, but I'll say I'm still going back and using these same elevated, or what do you call them? They have a name for them. Viewing platforms, or viewing structures, or whatever they call them. But you know what I'm talking about. I use those also in the buildings as well, so I think have a really good effect. Sort of been the main, what do you call it? Calling card, I guess. I don't know. It's sort of the main technique I've used in all of the buildings in the zoo so far. So definitely gonna stick with that. That way we can create continuity between all of them. And then I wanted to sort of block that little alleyway off from the desert beyond. So I did that, and right here I'm building this. I realized none of these buildings were really that suitable for some food stand, so I just built a little add-on to this one so that I could disguise these and make it look like they're part of the building, which I've gotten pretty good at. I still think it's a good technique. Helps to, well, you can make use of these food stands in other zoos, in areas where they would normally look out of place, because they look good, but they look out of place in a lot of different kinds of zoos, I think, unless you're just doing like a basic city zoo or something. Plus they're really small, unrealistically small, so like you really wouldn't be able to store much food in a building that small, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. But when you can kind of disguise them in a building like that and then make it look like they're part of something larger, it becomes much more realistic. And I've pretty much done that exclusively now. I'm really not going to use those ever in any of my freeform zoos unless they're disguised as being part of a bigger structure, because they're not realistic on their own, in my opinion. So, and same goes with all the other food stands as well. There's a few that I might consider using on their own in zoos that the theme fits. Just basically make them, if I want to use them, as just like little tiny food stands, like almost like a hot dog stand, like something like that, or a little stand on the beach or something. There's a few different ones that would work well for that, mostly modded ones, like the one from I think it's American Adventures. That one doesn't look too bad. I could definitely see myself using that on its own at some point. Then here I'm using these bathroom stalls from Zeta Designs, and this ended up being a pain because I think I don't know if I cut it out or not. Let's see. So I got the flooring how I wanted to, but I think I tried to add those little toilet blocks. Oh yeah, I cut that part out, I think. I tried to add little toilet blocks, and they ended up destroying the terrain, flattening all the terrain down, so because the elevated path was too low. So the game determined they didn't have enough headroom, so that was a pain. I had to go back and fix that, and do that twice actually. One, and you'll see it once in the actual video, but I fixed them both times off screen because nobody wants to watch that. And let's see. I think I'm going to jump into. Oh no, not yet. I swear I have to do all these trees in the back, and then I add a couple of details, and then I'm going to go into the actual tour part of the video. So, like, I added this little shade structure here. It makes sense to give these camels some shade. My thought process on these are probably ones that are out to kind of being showcased before they're being sold, something like that. In the game, they'll have, you know, there's something for the guests to interact with, but that's sort of the rationale for that. I really like how that elevated, or that little elevated path on the top there, like that overhang, turned out. I think it looks really good, and those I think blended in really well, even better than I thought they would. So, but that's pretty much gonna do it for this one, guys. Mostly it's just, like I said, the camel pen and then this little market area. And the path that's going straight through here will eventually lead to that small animal house that I mentioned in the last episode. I don't know for sure if that's what I'm going to be doing next, or if I'm going to do something in between there, but I definitely look forward to that in the near future. So, but yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.